This is Slash. See that object he's holding? Yeah, that's a guitar. Originating from the Babylonian times, this instrument had gone through time and space to get placed in his hands. Most people may think this is a broad statement, but Big History will take us from the Big Bang to the process of collecting nickel, from the beginning of time to itself to the 21st century. So you may be wondering, how does the building of the guitar have to do with the Big Bang? Well, the Big Bang had set up the stepping stones to anything and everything. With an explosion creating stars and galaxies, it had begun the very first step to the creation of the guitar. After billions of years, a star explodes, releasing new chemical elements, heavier than the elements that they were able to create by the star themselves, surpassing iron on the periodic table. With these elements, such as nickel, we can mine nickel out of the earth and use these natural resources to use on what we need and want. But who cares about mining nickel, right? Well, without it, we wouldn't have one of the most important parts of the guitar, the strings. But the strings weren't always made out of nickel. But how did we get here using the metals for our guitars? Well, Big History takes us back to the 9th century Babylonian times, where the ancestor of this instrument had started. This ancestor is known as the lute. The lute is a teardrop-shaped instrument, mostly made of wood. Joining together the base ideas of the lute and the idea of dynamic, cumulative process that results in a production of knowledge or an idea, which also is known as collective learning. With this process, the lute had grown very popular over the 16th century, with the popularity of the lute grown upon making improvements, creating similar ideas up to the guitar. Jumping forward to the 21st century, say we are a custom builder of guitars. We have gathered the necessary materials to create a guitar, but where do we start? First, we pick a good tone wood, such as mahogany for the back, also picking a maple flame wood for the top. After we've chosen the woods, we draw and cut. We're going to go with the Les Paul template. After cutting and sanding some more, we are going to get the straight look finish to the wood. The process is very similar with the neck, but we still add frets. Once the neck and headstock are together for the guitar, we have finished assembling it alongside with all electrical and attach the strings. Once we're done, it's ready to play. This is what the end result looks like. With the emergence of the electric guitar came new sounds and ways to play. With this new form of guitar, the electric guitar, we had stepped into a new era of music. From the blues in the early 19th century, using acoustics, we had changed the game a bit, creating a new genre from a new generation of kids and teens using their originality and collective learning, forming a new, unique sound of rock and roll to the sound of 70s punk rock. Big History has shown us how objects can be connected to us from the beginning of everything to the music playing in our ears, showing us how everyday objects affects our lives, connecting us through unimaginable ways.